What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So you saw the title. We got to break down 7 stocks that I'm looking at right now. Even though the markets have been getting obliterated, today was yet again another red day, which, by the way, we got to break that down as well in this video. So sit back, relax, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and feel free to get your 15 stocks from Moomoo with a $100 deposit. Each of those could be up to $2,000. Use that link down below, and let's just dive into the video, guys. So again, we ended up closing red yet again. Surprise, guys. Surprise. We had the S&P 500 close down over 1%. The Russell down 1.4%. NASDAQ down 0.5% as the Dow went down over 1%. And get this, guys, the VIX closed up almost 8% as we saw the metals. Let's see here. Silver down 3% on the day. Gold down 1.6%. And Bitcoin, believe it or not, last I checked, was up. Same with Ethereum. We'll break those down later in this video, so make sure you guys stick on throughout. But first, let's look here and talk about SPY. We'll talk about QQQ as well, and the stocks, all that good stuff, crypto, so make sure you guys stick on throughout the video. So SPY ended up, and if you guys caught my earlier video, you saw how we rallied, from about midday up until power hour, into power hour. And you guys can see we ended up collapsing after this rally. Look how quickly that sold off, guys. And it's so funny, right? You've heard that saying, stocks take the stairs up or elevator down or something like that. It is freaking insane. Look at this. From 363 really not this morning. I was going to say this morning. It was really this afternoon. SPY went from 363 all the way to about 367 almost, and then in just literally 5 minutes, it lost all that value. Now it's back to 363 after the bell, and I'm filming this at about 4:30 p.m. So we are seeing kind of a little bit of consolidation after market hours here, but overall, it's crazy. We dropped that entire gain from the last 3-4 hours of the day. We dropped it lost it pretty much in 5 minutes. It's unbelievable. And you guys can see here on QQQ, let's pull that up. QQQ, and this is an even more extreme example, I guess you can say, right? This thing took the lows out from today here after the bell. Look at this. Earlier in the day, we were at 274 roughly, right? And we rallied up until 355 on the East Coast. We rallied up to 276. So in other words, we rallied about 0.8%, and then that 0.8% was lost in 5 minutes. And now after the bell, we are now taking out the lows from earlier today. I mean, the selling pressure, the volatility is through the freaking roof, and I feel like we've been seeing this a lot recently, where the markets get hit in the morning, and then midday we get a little relief rally into close, and then we get a big sell-off right before the close, 10 minutes before the close. I feel like we've seen this play out time and time again over the past couple of weeks. It's almost expected at this point. It's literally almost expected. So 270 on the downside, guys, is a big spot to watch on QQQ, like I've been saying. And SPY, you got to watch on the downside. Let's see, about 362. If 362 and 360 in general breaks, we got a leg down coming. Well, we've already been seeing this leg down, but let's just say, in my opinion, it's going to continue at that point. And maybe SPY goes down to from 360, we go down towards, let's see on this 3-year chart, maybe if it wants to freaking pull up. Why is this 3-year chart not working? There we go. If 360 breaks, 350, 340-ish, these are, mind you, 340 was that high right before the COVID crash, which is crazy. That's where we could be going. That is the next gap down, roughly 340.45 for SPY. And QQQ right before COVID crash was at about, I have it drawn out here, 235. If we really start getting a nasty sell-off, guys, we break under 275, we might be getting down towards that point. Maybe we don't get all the way down. Maybe we do to that pre-COVID high. We shall see, guys. It is getting ugly. So with that being said, we have 7 stocks to talk about. But first, let's talk about what happened with crypto. Sorry, if you guys want to see the stocks, you're going to have to wait a couple minutes. So let's see what's going on here. Let me switch the platform. Make sure you guys hit that like button and make sure to be patient with me. There we go. We can see here Bitcoin is up. What the heck's going on? Bitcoin is up today. And we've also been seeing that a lot recently. Usually Bitcoin, and actually, no, this is not even Bitcoin. This is Ethereum. These have been kind of detached certain days. A lot of the time, the selling pressure is there on Bitcoin when it's in the stock market, right? But sometimes we've been seeing, and this has been a lot recently, which I've noticed personally, and I'm not the biggest crypto guy, but when I'm doing my analysis, I'm like, what the heck? Bitcoin, Ethereum are up today, stock market's down. Usually they're together, right? But look, Ethereum went up on the day, up 2%, or it's currently up 2% because it never closes. It's not the stock market, guys. Crypto is 24/7, so it's currently at $1,300 roughly, and it's up up 2.2%. And we have Bitcoin. Let's pull that up. Bitcoin is at, let's pull it up. Come on. Bitcoin is up 1.7%. Looks like we're getting a decent move off that 18,600 recent low. Clearly, we're above 19,000 now. We're up again 1.7%. So it looks like we are starting to get a little buying pressure here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But overall, guys, don't get too excited. We can see here clearly on the 2-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, we have a descending triangle on Bitcoin. And if we do break 17.5, which we're still vulnerable, Bitcoin's still vulnerable, that could easily happen. A lot of selling pressure could come under 18.5, 19,000. Because if you guys didn't know, I've covered this before, but I'll say it again. Back in 2017, that's where Bitcoin peaked, if you guys didn't know. About 19, something like that, 18.5, and that's where we are now. There's a reason why there's a huge level of support. There has been the past couple of weeks here at about 18, 18.5. Really, it's been the past couple of months Bitcoin has held this level. There's a reason why that's the case. That's a very big support from a couple of years ago. And, Ethereum, if I pull that back up, are we looking like we are at a big support from, let's see, where did this peak in 2017? I don't even remember, guys. And I actually started my YouTube channel, fun fact, during all that mania back in 2017. That's when I started the channel. The 5-year anniversary is coming up, which is crazy. 5 years have gone by that fast. I remember when I first started this channel. And I don't plan on stopping, guys, so make sure to subscribe. I mean, usually, I guess YouTubers, I feel like, stop after a couple of years. I don't plan on stopping. I like doing this. So we're in it for the long haul, and we'll see where it ends up going. But fun fact, that's when I started the YouTube channel. And it looks like Ethereum back in 2017. Oh, my God, look at that. Look at that. The all-time, well, not the all-time high, but back in 2017, the high was at $1,300. Look at where we are now. Where's buying pressure coming in? $1,300, guys. This is unbelievable. So it's going to be interesting the next couple of days, to say the least. If Ethereum starts getting under that point, 1,300, we might be going straight to 1,000. And then if 1,000 breaks, man, it's going to get ugly. And if Bitcoin starts going under 18.5, 18,000, we're probably going to start going to 15,000, 14.5. That's the next gap on the downside. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think crypto is going to hold these levels, or are we going to see more selling pressure? Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want 12 free stocks from this platform right here, it is called Webull. Use my link down below, deposit any amount of money, and you get 12 stocks. And all those combined could be valued up to $30,000. All the details are linked down below, guys. Who doesn't like free money? And it also helps out the channel. Full disclosure, it also helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. So let's go to the next one here. Well, the next one is not a crypto. It's going to be a stock, guys. Let's talk about some dang stocks. This is a stock market channel after all. I just incorporate and sprinkle a little crypto here and there. Why not? So stock number one that I want to talk about, which if you guys look at it, it bottomed. Well, I don't want to say for sure it's the bottom, but it's been flat and it bottomed a couple months ago for now. It is Boston Beer Company, ticker symbol SAM. And look at this. It was back in the middle of June this bottomed, where, if you guys recall, the stock market pretty much bottomed in the middle of June, and now we're taking out those lows. But it looks like SAM, Boston Beer Company, doesn't want to take the lows out quite yet, that is. It might in the near-term future here, but right now, it looks like buyers are coming in about 290, 300, 320, and we're holding it. We're holding that, support. And if I pull up the max chart on Boston Beer Company, you're going to see some destruction, guys. This stock was at $13.50. Well, this is the 3-year chart, but this will show you how much has come down. It was at $13.50. Now it is at $300. In other words, it is down about 75-80%. This is unfreaking believable. And if I pull up the max chart, you're going to see how crazy, this run-up really was. I mean, before COVID, this stock was right where it is now. And then it ran up to 1350, way overvalued, way overextended. And look at where we are now. Believe it or not, this uptrend is still intact. You know, the max chart looks pretty decent. You know, we're at a point where we've really gotten a lot of investors out. If I remember correctly, I made a video about this months ago, probably over a year ago at this point. And I think a lot of insiders were selling. You know, they had a management problem, if I remember correctly, or a lot of big money was getting out of the stock. Yeah, they probably, you know, rode it all the way up, got out near the peak, and maybe all that big money is out. Now it's kind of finding its new bottom, or, you know, it's support, let's just put it that way. And who knows, it could continue to go lower, but ultimately I look at this as, you know, a longer term, maybe a mid to longer term swing trade. If this thing starts coming down to, you know, 250, 275, even at 300, I'm interested. You know, we might be in for, you know, some sort of rally off this, you know, longer term moving average, guys. This is Boston Beer Company, and this is probably not going to pan out in a month or two. It might take a while for this to pan out, but it's one that's really beaten down. I think the story's still there. You guys got to look into their products. And by the way, it's called Boston Beer Company for Pete's sake, guys. You know what they sell, right? We're not going to get into that in this video because who knows? It might get demonetized, whatever. So they sell a lot of good products that a lot of people like. And I feel like a lot of the weak hands have gotten out of the stock, and it could be an opportunity. Really, it could be an opportunity. And fun fact, I used to own it. I sold out of it. I made a very tiny amount of profit on it, really, a really tiny amount. If I remember correctly, I pretty much broke even on the stock. I mean, I made maybe 1%. I held it for a couple months, and I got out of it. Thank God I did, because now it's down way more from where I got out of it at, and now, you know, or it's way lower rather from where I got out. And now I'm looking at it as a potential re-entry. You know, I'm looking at it pretty seriously here. So that's Boston Beer Company, looking at it more from a technical perspective. The next one here that I'm looking at is CDNS. This is Cadence Design Systems. This chart, we have a death cross. We're under the moving averages. Those are two bad things that I'm seeing. But the chart still looks pretty decent, I'd argue. If you pull out the channel tool here, you're going to see it looks all right. I mean, we're holding pretty much the bottom of the channel as of now. The uptrend overall on the 4-hour time frame is still intact. Now, all we got to see is buyers come in. You know, we're not getting that quite yet, even though I guess maybe we did today. We got some buyers. We had a green day, 0.9% green day. But I want to see momentum start getting above mid-high 160s, preferably 170. That's right by the moving averages here on the 4 hours. So I'm going to set my alert there. Mark is out. We're above 170 bucks. If we get out of there, guys, we could see a move higher. We're talking 190, 95 bucks. Maybe that's best case scenario. I guess 200 plus would be best case. That'd be the top of the channel. But more realistically, if 170 breaks, right away we have 175 that we might fill the gap to. That was the high from earlier this month. And then if 175 were to break, oh boy, we got some upside here. 185 initially, maybe even higher than that. So CDNS, Cadence Design Systems, keep your eyes on that one. Airbnb is another one that today, funny enough, had a green day. I think we covered it a couple of days ago when it was collapsing. Excuse me, guys. Now it looks like buyers, they're coming in. 1.5% green day, holding above 100 bucks, holding the channel here on the 4 hour, even though we're well under the moving averages. We're holding the channel, and it looks like we're pretty oversold at that on the RSI, which, I mean, a short-term bounce, it's definitely in the cards here on Airbnb. I mean, is this a bullish divergence? Not really. I mean, maybe you could argue it is over the past couple of weeks, but I don't know. Airbnb, decent day today, and, you know, if we do get a relief rally on this, it could probably start running up to the 1-teens, you know, 113, 14, 15, right by the moving averages here on the 4 hours. So I'm going to set my alert. Mark is at or above 100. Maybe we'll put it at 105. Let's do that. Mark is at or above 105 bucks a share, and if we get out of there, there could be some more upside on ABNB. Another one here that I think I mentioned a couple of videos ago, but I wanted to do a recap, an update on it, a follow-up. It is StarBucks, SBUX. This one up 0.75% today, and it looks like buyers are coming in at the bottom of this trend line. You know, at the right where the bulls want them to, in other words. This is a good sign that the uptrend is going to continue. And look at this. 0.7% green day. We actually broke out of the EMA, closed above it, and it looks like we're clearly holding the lows from late August, early September. So by the looks of it, guys, we are right under these moving averages, about 85, $6. If Starbucks starts getting out of there, I have one alert at 93. I'll put another one at maybe $86. If we start getting out of there, guys, watch out above. We might fill the gap to about 90, 92.50. That's where I could see it going in the very, very short term. Now, another one that I'm looking at is Walmart, WMT. I wanted to do a follow-up on this one as well. This one up 1% on the day, and you guys can see we're starting to get some support, some buying pressure right at the bottom of this channel, like I recently called out a couple of videos ago. You guys see it? Uptrend is clearly holding. Buyers are coming in. Now we're slightly under these moving averages. We got to get out of there. And if we do successfully break 133 roughly, I'd say is a big spot. We might be filling the gap initially to 138, where my next alert is. Then if that were to break, we got a move coming probably, in my eyes, to the mid-140s. That's the resistance from the middle of August. So Walmart, WMT, watch it. Amazon's another one that I'm looking at, which we're not getting buying pressure, much of it at least, not much at all quite yet, even though we had a 1.2% green day. But the reason why I'm looking at Amazon is because, to be honest, the chart doesn't look all too bad. If you draw a channel out, look at this. We are right now pretty much at the bottom of a channel. Yes, we are seeing a death cross. We're under the moving averages, and of course the stock could go lower, no doubt about it. I mean, in this market, all these stocks that we're talking about could go lower. Nobody knows when the bottom is, but at some point, like I've been saying, we need an extended relief rally. And I feel like at this point, Amazon's down about 20% in the past 2 weeks, which is crazy. If we get a little move, let's say from 115 just up to 125, a little relief rally, that would be about 10%, just like that. Right back up to the moving averages essentially is where that would put Amazon if it were to rip about 20% from where it currently is right now. Or maybe not even 20%, 10% from where it is right now. So Amazon pretty beaten down, big tech stock. And again, it could go lower. It probably will go lower. But in the very short term here, we're trying to play. That's it, the very short term. Get that little relief rally, profit off of it. That's the whole idea, right, guys? So what else do we have today? Costco, I saw, went up on the day, a pretty decent bounce back day, but overall, and by the way, it went up 3%, but overall, we're still clearly under the moving averages here on the 20-day chart, 4-hour chart, and we have a death cross on the 4-hour chart. It's not looking the best, but who knows? I mean, this could see a relief rally for all we know, maybe back up to the moving averages near 500 a share. But to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily bank on it too much, considering we just had a 3% day. I wouldn't want to chase it, but who knows? Maybe it continues. And again, maybe it goes to 500. But be careful. Be careful. Really move. What's the word here? Be nimble in the market, guys. In this market, you got to be nimble. That's the word. So with that being said, that's pretty much it. We had really the biggest movers today were the Macau Chinese, USA Chinese, casino stocks, which were Wynn Resorts and Las Vegas Sands, which we covered in my morning video. Those two were really the biggest movers. And other than that, it was kind of an day, a red day, typical red day in the stock market. That's really what it was today. So with that being said, I guess we should wrap the video up. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, get your 15 stocks from Moomoo with a $100 deposit in the description box. All of those could be up to $2,000. And you could also get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. I'm messing up the outro, guys. I always do this. So you guys know what to do. All that's down below. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.